NBC 10 at Issue.
NBC 10 at Issue continues. He is a graduate of the Naval Academy, has a doctorate in political economy from Harvard University. Joe Sestak served 31 years in the U.S. Navy, rising to 3-star admiral. He worked in the Clinton White House. He is ending his second term in Congress and decided not to seek re-election and instead to run for the U.S. Senate. Thanks again for being here, sir. I think I have some good idea or bad idea, yes or no questions here. Extending jobless benefits beyond the original term for the unemployed. You still for that?
Yes, they lost their jobs through no fault of their own.
Eliminating corporate income taxes, good or bad idea?
Bad idea.
Is hate crime legislation an example of unnecessary federal legislation?
It is a necessary legislation. We've got to protect victims of hate crimes.
Do you want to eliminate or amend the provision of the 14th Amendment that says that if you're born in the United States, for all practical purposes, you're a citizen?
Keep it.
NPR, National Public Radio, fired commentator Juan Williams this week for a remark he made. Is NPR's action an example of why taxpayer money should not go to NPR, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting?
No, it isn't. I think it was untenable what he said. I mean, if he said it was an irrational, I understand that, but you need to get over it.
All right. The abortion issue. There's some confusion over your stand on partial birth abortion. Obviously, the law is in place banning it and has been upheld by the Supreme Court. But if it were to come up for a vote again, would you vote to?
I'm opposed to it, unless it has to do with the life of a woman.
The Social Security COLA will not take place next year because the inflation level didn't trigger it. The Democrats, some of them, want to put a $250 one-time check in the pockets of senior citizens on retirement. Would you be in favor of that?
Yes, but also fix the basket. Did you know Social Security is based upon a family of 4 and in a city? My legislation says get it based upon the energy, the housing, and the health care that's seniors. So fix the problem. Get the right basket to measure inflation. Not necessarily. It will be fair, and that's what I'm about. What is fair?
Should Jerusalem become an international or multinational city as part of a final peace agreement?
It shouldn't be dictated by the United States. The two parties should come together to do that. We should be in the room to bring them together. And as every president has said...
But if that were to happen, you'd be okay with that?
If they come together and decide how to do it together, the Israelis and the Palestinians, and that is the right position for every president and the one they've taken. Let them decide how that capital...
I want to get back to this Juan Williams thing for a moment. What he claims to have said is that he was laying out a larger case of why we can't discriminate against people. And if you get over it, you went and spoke to a group that supposedly helps Hamas, and you've been criticized for that, but I remember your response was, we need to go and talk to people.
Yes.
Right? So is there a difference, a dichotomy here between the two?
I thought the only thing I know about Juan Williams is he had said he has an irrational fear of flying, I was told, because of others that of the Muslim faith that may be on the plane. I think you need to get over that. But remember, Ed Rendell of the Jewish faith went with me that night and spoke. I do believe we should speak with others. Was there something else Juan Williams had said?
Well, we'll let that play out because it's going to keep playing out. We only have less than a minute left. School funding. Does the charter school movement hurt traditional public schools?
As long as we aren't taking funding from trying to fix our public schools. Because some charter schools are public schools.
V-22 Osprey built in your district. Is that an example of a program that needs to be cut?
Absolutely not. It's an exact model of the type of transformation we need in our military to go to ad hoc airfields.
All right. You get the last word. On Election Day, November 2nd, someone goes in the voting booth. Why Joe Sestak?
Because I want to be a public servant, not a politician. I would gladly lose my job over doing what's right for Pennsylvanians. I stuck to the party and bucked it and didn't run for my job because I want to demonstrate I want to do what's right down there and lose my job in an accountable way by doing what's right for the middle class and those who want to move into it.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Good luck on the campaign trail
and
on Election Day. Thank you. That's it for this edition of NBC 10.